Well, we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of the Arctic outbreak of February 2021. I got the dates listed on here as the 9th through the 18th, but those days kind of vary depending on where you were in the country. Regardless, we had consecutive days below freezing. We also had a couple different snow events during that cold stretch that brought as much as 2 feet of snow to the state of Arkansas. Very impressive amounts there. Of course, that led to widespread travel impacts, but also led to some pipes bursting, some boil orders, and then the state of Texas. This is referred to as the Great Texas Freeze of 2021, they had the power grid failure leading to millions of those power outages. This is overall $1 billion disaster, over $1 billion disaster across the country, making it one of the costliest winter weather events in recorded history. Now, if we look at the highs in Fayetteville during that month of 2021, any area in pink, that was where the temperature did not get above 32 degrees. In fact, we strung together 9 days in a row. And actually, if you add all the hours up, it was 253 hours consecutively of below freezing temperatures, making it the second longest stretch in recorded history of below freezing temperatures. We'll look at Fort Smith, maybe not quite 9 days in a row, but still an impressive 7 days in a row from the 11th through the 17th, where those high temperatures did not get above freezing. That was 190 hours if you were to take into account the hours, also making it the second longest stretch of those below freezing temperatures. Now, this isn't showing you the morning low temperatures. We got some cold mornings out there. Let's focus on the bottom numbers. These were the coldest temperatures that we saw at night. So on the morning of February 16th, 2021, we hit 20 below zero in Fayetteville. We hit 8 below zero in Fort Smith. Prior to February of 2021, the record low, the all-time record low, was 18 below zero in 2011. Now it stands as 20 below zero from the morning of February 16th, the all-time coldest temperature ever recorded at Drake Field. Now in Fort Smith, we didn't quite hit the all-time coldest record low back in 1899. That still stands as the all-time coldest, but 8 below zero on the morning of February 16th, still pretty impressive with some of that cold air out there. Now, look at the polar vortex and kind of why it happened. Well, we often talk about this in January, February, this large area of cold air aloft that typically spins above the poles. Now, we'll focus in on these little pink arrows. That's the jet stream. And as that jet stream becomes a little bit more weaker, it starts to wobble a little bit, allowing for some more cold air to spill southward. And we had an area of blocking high pressure, preventing this area of cold from pretty much moving anywhere. And that just went to show you how that prolonged cold started to play out during that week. We also had moisture as well. At one point on February 14, 2021, the whole entire state of Texas, the whole entire state of Arkansas, the whole entire state of Oklahoma were under winter storm warnings that added to a bunch of snow and sleet. Then a couple days later, we had another winter storm that added even more snow and even more sleet. You combine those two events and look at the snowfall amounts with this system. Yeah, we had 6 to 10 inches in northwest Arkansas in the River Valley. That's enough to cause some impact, but look at the swath of 18 to 22 inches from Texarkana all the way to Little Rock. Very impressive snowfall amounts out there. Still makes it the coldest period so far of the 21st century was that February 2021 Arctic outbreak. Hey, hopefully you learned something new, and hopefully we don't see temperatures that cold the rest of this winter.